Hey everyone, so tonight I'm going to make a strawberry rhubarb pie because I like strawberries and I have rhubarb that needs to be used, so that's what I'm going to show you. So I'm just going to use my regular deep dish pie pan, and I've already pressed the pie shell in here. It kind of fell apart on me and I had to piece it back together. And the good thing about this pan is it's scalloped already, so if you just sort of mash it in those places, it gives you that design. But if you wanted to, you could always make it more decorative. That's some butter I was melting. So I've already went to cut up my rhubarb. And I'm just cutting it with my regular knife here in 1/2 inch pieces. We're gonna need about 1.5 cups of that. And I'm putting that into my, I think this is our small mixing bowl. I've got my strawberries here. I've already rinsed these in this little colander that's got the holes. I can't remember what we call that now. But we're gonna use our cup slicer. If you haven't seen these are wonderful for anybody that likes strawberries or anything that you wanna cut up really fast. We need about 2.5 cups of these. So I'm just to show you how fast this is gonna go, I'm just gonna line these up here. This is really great if you have kids. Now these will stick in the bottom a little bit, but what you do is you just pop the lid on and they will all come out in their perfect little slices. So if you have kids, they could actually just carry this cup around and munch on their strawberries if they wanted to. We're just going to do these up real quick because as you can see, that doesn't take very long at all. And you could probably even use this for hard-boiled eggs to make slices with if you were going to do a Cobb salad. All right, get in the pool with everybody else. I have my oven preheating over here to 350. And there we go. I couldn't have sliced that any faster at all with my knife. Okay, so I'm just going to bring this bowl back here. So I think that is the end of our chopping. And we are going to add 1/3 cup of granulated sugar. Get these bigger pieces out here. And a tablespoon of cornstarch. Here's my tablespoon. And what that's going to do is the sugar, of course, is going to sweeten it, and the cornstarch is going to help this to thicken up as it bakes. Now, I have seen recipes before where you would just kind of cook this over the stove, but this recipe doesn't call for that, and I'm assuming that it's just all going to cook together. Now, if you wanted to, I'm not real big on all that pastry, all that crust. So this is one that's gonna have kind of like the topping is gonna be more like a crisp instead of another crust over the top. Now, if you didn't want to go to that trouble, well, it's not really any trouble, it's just a matter of mixing it up. You could always pop another sheet of pie crust over it and just make sure to vent it, and you would be good to go. All right. I'm just going to pour this into our pan here. Try to scatter the rhubarb so it's all over. I don't know, some people like rhubarb and some people don't. I'm okay with it. I don't dislike it by any means. My grandson did tell me the other year, he said, Gigi, that would be better if it was just a strawberry pie. So, okay, I'm going to use this same bowl to mix up our little streusel topping or crisp topping. Wipe my fingers there. And we're going to do a 1/2 cup of old-fashioned oats. Using my nice measuring spoons here. These are Pampered Chef also. Half a cup of all-purpose flour. And these actually come with a little clear stick that you can smooth it across when you're doing your ingredients. I just very rarely use it. I just sort of scatter it. I don't need milk. 1/4 cup of brown sugar. Does that say packed? Lightly packed, okay. And it's gonna break away in here anyway. Two tablespoons of granulated sugar. Okay, we're back to that again. A 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon. I'm going to use our Korenji cinnamon. And this is something we only have in the catalog at the holidays. So I always make sure to buy at least one, if not two, of these at holiday times, so that I can use on it throughout the year. And an 1/8 teaspoon of salt. We're just going to kind of stir this together. Then we need 6 tablespoons of melted butter. Now that's what I had going in the microwave before we got started here. So I'm just going to pour that in. And we're going to kind of mix that up. And I'm kind of breaking this up a little bit because I don't really want it to come out all in one clump on top of my pie. It does seem to be clumping together. So I guess we will just sort of dollop it. And hopefully this will spread as it bakes. I'm just trying to make sure that that mixture is kind of evenly around. And I may break up some of these little pieces here. Because I don't want some of it to have lots of topping and other parts of it to not have any. Okay, I think that's going to be very good. So at this point, I think my oven, yes, it says bake. It's ready to go. So I'm going to put this in the oven, and it is going to bake for 45 to 55 minutes. And I actually put a cookie sheet in just in case. You never know with fruits, they get juicy sometimes, and I wouldn't think it would run over, but it just might. Well, now it's up to temperature. We're just going to set our timer. Said 45 to 55. I'm going to set it for 50. If it needs 5 more minutes, we'll give it 5 more minutes. Alrighty. I will show you a picture of this when it's done. Have a good evening. Good night, guys.